we? Hopefully we are doing well. Whoops. Hopefully we are doing well. I just realized I was up on two media or sound sources there, so hopefully this sounds better. How is everyone today? Welcome in. Happy Friday. I hope you've had a pretty good week so far. Yeah, we just rolling in here. Gonna make some scampi, so make sure you scamper on in here and you know, come hang out, because it's the fun thing to do. Ooh, wrong way. That's better. Everything's all over the place, but hey, oops. There we go. Now it's lit. Welcome in, Mom. How are you? Welcome in, Earth to Jessica's. And welcome in, Dad. Hope you are all having a great day so far. Thank you so much for coming in. Pretty excited for today's meal. I hope it turns out pretty good, because this is the first time I've ever made or attempted to make scampi before. So, should be good. You need shrimp. No, I don't. Just kidding. Chicken scampi is gonna be delicious, but I could definitely make it with shrimp at some point if anybody wants it with shrimp. But Pinoy Rice Boy's cool with it being Pinoy Rice Boy's cool with it being chicken. He's walking the doggo right now, so he'll be back soon. Yeah, it's been a pretty chill day so far. How has everybody else been today? Hopefully you've been having a good day so far. I woke up, made some breakfast, watched some of the trial, the closing arguments, and then yeah, passed out, took a nap because it was raining and it was super nice out. Well, not super nice outside, but it was calming and relaxing. So I went up and took a nap, you know, because you know that's what you do on your day off, is you self-care a little bit, take a nap. Definitely needed it. I'm still sleepy, but the caffeine is starting to kick in, so there's that too. So as always, you know, I've got to do my little sales here. So here's my poggers. Of course, I'm drinking it. A little pog pop. It's absolutely delicious. Use the code Sheffrey to get 10% off of your order, if you would like to do that. And then I just started taking some new supplements. I took the 5-HTP, which is, it boosts mood, it's a natural sleep aid, and it supports weight loss. What it does is it makes helps you produce serotonin in your brain, and can also do many other things. So I don't want to get into it, but not get into it. That sounds weird. But like it says, it helps boost your moods and all of that stuff. And then my Eternals, as always, has got the new bottle of this in. Boost ability to focus, improves mental clarity, and boosts mental function. Yep. Good stuff. Supping it up, son. But yeah, as everybody else is rolling in, thank you so much for coming in. I do appreciate you being here. So we'll just chill out for a bit, and we can talk about our weeks if you would like. If you've had a good week, or if it was a hectic week, a crazy week, or whatever, you know, we're here to talk. We're here to chit chat. We're all here for each other. Ooh, I need to stop slouching so much. It's probably why my back hurts a lot. It's because I slouch. I feel like I'm standing like this all the time. I slouch. I need to fix my posture. But yeah, yesterday was a pretty good relaxing day too. Me, Pinoy Rice Boy, and you guys went and did some running around, got some important errands done. And we also officially turned in our keys to the old apartment. So that was big. That was a big day. And then we went and stopped and got lunch, or we got lunch and then we went to the old apartment. Then we did some shopping and came home and chilled, you know. I grilled hot dogs and cut up some onions and stuff. I grilled the onions too, so you know, they were super good, not super potent in your nose and your mouth, making everything burn. It was really good. I definitely do, if you like onions on your hot dog, definitely recommend getting one of these cool little mats here, like this. You can throw this on the grill and cook your onions on it. Super cool call, just so you know. Super good call. That way nothing falls through, unless you knock it off the mat, which happens. So yeah, there's that. What else should we talk about? Oh yeah, and with the supplement Phoenix, use the code Chefin to get 10% off your first order. I forgot to say that. So let's get our first dad joke in today. Let's see what that's going to be. Got to start off each stream with a dad joke. What's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. Yeah, I would say that is bad for your teeth. That's a very good observation. A brick to the face or to your teeth would definitely be bad for your teeth. For sure. No questions asked. Totally agree with that. And also, if you're just rolling in, there's our menu for today. Chicken scampi, pretty simple, nothing too crazy today. So that's definitely bad for your teeth. That's what I'm saying. That's terrible for your teeth. Definitely terrible for your teeth. So yeah, how was everybody's weeks? Oh, also I can talk about this real quick. So I said something about it last week with the like the TikTok videos or the social media challenges where you see like really awesome looking recipes that you wanted to try, or maybe some weird challenges or something, or weird food combinations that I will try. If it has something I don't like in it, I ain't gonna try it, just so you know. But I do want to put that out there. If you see anything like that, please DM me. Go to my Discord, socials, or anything. But here is the Discord link. If you ever find anything, feel free to post it in the Discord and general chat, or a TikTok, or whatever channel you feel deem is right. Either anything's fine. But yeah, super excited to try that. I'm definitely gonna try the fried pasta. Super excited. The pasta chips, you boil the pasta, then you bread them a little bit, I think, and then you air fry them, and then you dip them in the sauce, and apparently it's stupid good. It looks stupid good, so I definitely want to give that a whirl, for sure. Talking a lot. I have a big note on my board over there that says, "Do not forget the bread today." Which reminds me, this bread is from the same place we ate lunch at yesterday. They are a local bakery. Look at this baguette. Holy cow. Is that not a beautiful hunk of bread? It's probably one of the most beautiful hunks of bread I've ever seen. It smells really good. They also make sourdoughs. The place was called Union Special in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if you're definitely in the area, there's 2 locations. So definitely go try that out. Eat local, support your local places, as always. As always. Because they had their sourdough loaves are huge. And they also had like an onion sage sourdough loaf that they had that I really wanted to buy, but I can't commit to a full loaf that big myself. That's a lot of bread. I mean, Pinoy Rice Boy probably would have eaten it, but well, you guys probably would not have. So I didn't want to spend $9 on a loaf that I might end up getting rid of at some point. That would hurt. That would hurt. $9 loaf of bread. That was $4, but you pay for what you get, obviously. So it's definitely made local, and it's supporting local business, and it is made in-house. It was really cool because they had like glass and everything to where you could see inside of the bakery and everything while they're making all of their delicious goodies. We also tried, I think it was a strawberry tahini bar, and we also tried a lemon bar, and those were so good. The strawberry tahini, low key, like my sister said, tasted like it was peanut butter and jelly a little bit, because the tahini is made from ground sesame seeds, so it's got that little bit of a nutty flavor to it. But man, it was all good. It was all good. And the sandwich I got was called the hot ham sandwich. It had let me pull it up. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it has like braised bacon on it, I think it said. Gruyere cheese, braised bacon, pickled cabbage, honey mustard, arugula on sourdough. Man, if you didn't get to see the picture, I'll show it to you real quick. Get rid of my Twitter notifications and stuff. All right, there we go. Look at that. I got it with a side of grits. Oops, wrong way. It's absolutely delicious. So look, you can see the setup. There's the GoPro. There's the laptop. Cool. But yes, absolutely delicious. The bread was nice and crunchy. It was really good. It had good texture to it, good crumb to it. And then I got grits on the side. Because I went up, I was like, hey, should I get this ham sandwich or should I get the grits? And she was like, you know what you could do is get the sandwich and sub the side salad for grits for a little upcharge. I was like, let's do it. So obviously I had to go with the grits because grits are absolutely delicious. And they were Carolina stone ground grits. So good. So much better than instant grits. They have that nice texture. They have the grains and stuff are bigger. It's really good. It had a nice feel to it, for sure. But yeah, I guess we'll get ready and get going here very shortly. What's happening? Anybody have any fun plans for the Memorial Day weekend? I work, and Monday is Memorial Day, so that means time and a half. So I'm not complaining here. I will take the time and a half. The place I work at is very awesome with that. If it's a holiday, like a national holiday, you'll definitely get overtime pay. Unless it's Thanksgiving, then you get double pay. So, but I never work Thanksgiving because obviously I got to drive like hours to get everywhere to get with family. So, watching movies, nice. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. What movies are you watching? You don't have to say. But if I had the weekend off, I'd probably go on a hike. Probably go to the mountains. Maybe do a day trip. Have a nice hike. Lasagna. Whew. Wow. Oh yeah, looking mama free Hafers, baby. Yes. Earth to Jessica's is my sister. I forgot to do this. My goodness. How could I? Jess is also one of my mods. Thank you so much for all you do, all the questions I ask, and everything. Thank you for always being there. Appreciate ya. For sure. Bo Show. And then my other sister's not here, but she is Whoa You Guys. She has an awesome YouTube channel. Definitely go give her a look if you would like. Totally up to you. And I don't know where that accent came from. I do apologize for that. Happy to be here. Heck yes, I'm happy you're here too. Let's put up some. So I forgot to say something about this last stream. I just looked at it. That's why I'm saying something now. But thanks. Sorry, playing Stardew with Colton. Hey, I get it. Are you playing in your Zelda island or your Zelda farm or whatever it is? Pretty dope. But I don't have bits anymore. I have that new thing that they're testing out for Cheers, and I only had like 4 days to check the email, and I didn't check it in time. So by the time I read the email, I didn't opt out of it. So it's just weird. So if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, you're not. I totally get it. But I always appreciate your support. I don't need your money. I definitely just love you being in chat and hanging out and chatting. It's totally awesome. Yeah, the Zelda one. Heck yes. El Camino movies since I watched all of the Breaking Bad. Oh, interesting. Welcome in, Masterman Mama. How are you? I'm assuming you're feeling better, hopefully. But welcome in. I hope you're having a swell day so far. Am I too loud? No, okay, I'm not peeking in the yellow. We're good, we're good. But yes, welcome in. Hope you've had a good day. Hope you are feeling better, as I said earlier. And yeah, almost been sick for 2 weeks. Ugh. That's a long time. Stuff's no joke. I'm sure it feels nice to be getting better, but you're so sick and tired of being sick. So hopefully the day will come to where you start feeling a lot better here very soon. Very, very soon. Went to the doctor yesterday and got steroids, inhaler, and cough suppressant. Wow. Dang. Yeah, I really hope you do feel better soon. That's a lot. I'm glad you went and got checked out, though, since it wasn't getting much better. Super glad you got checked out. El Camino is after. I got you. And a baby while you're sick. Yeah, I know her husband is super supportive, too, and I'm sure he's been killing it as always. He's a super cool dude. What's happening over there? Sorry, being nosy. Neighbors are out on their deck. Or somebody cleaning. I think they're getting ready to sell that complex, or that building. That's what it is. Baby has been really sick too. Well, I definitely want all of y'all to get better so you can have just a normal night, a normal day. Just go out, have some fun. That has been taking good care of us. That's really awesome. That's really awesome. That is really awesome. Oh, another cool announcement is this. You see this bad boy right here? You know what this is? This is one of those Wi-Fi boosters from Google. So I've got a Wi-Fi booster right here in the kitchen. So hopefully you can notice a little bit of a difference with the quality, maybe. And hopefully it doesn't cut out on us around between 7 and 7:15 like it usually does, normally wants to. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Yes, I hope you feel better too. For sure. We all want you to feel better, Masterman Mama. It's no joke. No joke. So I guess I've been talking enough now, huh? So maybe we should get ready and get cooking. This is not going to be too much involved with this dish, so it's not going to take too long to Masterman Mama. All right, question. Do we want beer or do we want wine today? I've got this beautiful, I probably won't be drinking this. I'll probably reserve this one just for cooking. This Sauvignon Blanc. I'm sure I said that wrong. Sauvignon Blanc. I'm gonna smell it. I haven't opened it yet. It smells good. It smells grapey. So should we do... You said it fine. What? Huh? Oh, I said it fine. Jeez, I'm slow sometimes. I apologize. Alright, so do we want to do wine? I've got Stella Rosa, or Stella Rose in the fridge, and I've also got beer. I've got blueberry, Stella Rosa, or I've also got Topo Chico hard seltzers. I've got a shock top. I've also got a passion fruit gozi, and I have a coconut lime sour. So the beers don't sound very Italian. Oh, I've also got that other one. Wine would be good with that while you're with what you were cooking. We're gonna do wine. We're gonna be winos today. It's all the way up there. I'll just use this. I'll just use this wine glass here. Yes, I will. Hopefully Pinoy Rice Boy will want one too. Whoop. There we go. Stella Rosa blueberry. Absolutely delicious. I'm more of a sweet wine to kind of dry. I'm not a huge dry wine drinker. So if you get me a sweet wine, we're going to be friends. Alright, I'm going to put this back into the fridge because this one is best cold. Alright, so back into the fridge we go. Got my pasta water ready to go. Got my pan ready to go. Alright, so the ingredients for this are chicken breast, of course. That's so good. That wine never gets old. The chicken breast, what we're going to do is we're going to bread them lightly, and then we're going to fry them in the pan a little bit with a little bit of olive oil on the bottom of the pan, just to brown it up and give it some color. But in that dredge, the flour mix, we're going to have an Italian seasoning. I don't have Italian seasoning, so I'm going to make a little blend with like dry parsley, dry basil, dry thyme, dry oregano. That's going to be good. We need some olive oil, unsalted butter. We need ginger. We need garlic. Ginger would be weird in this. Garlic. We need dry white wine, which I have. We have red pepper flakes. And I've also got, remember my first stream back, I made dry pasta, or I made fresh pasta. So I stored a bunch of it. We're going to use this today. It broke apart quite a bit when I was taking it off the drying rack, but I think it'll still look pretty when I present. I have an idea of what I want my presentation to look like today. So hopefully it turns out, because I've got these awesome tongs here. Does this make me a nerd now? A cooking nerd? I got my long tongs. See everything in all its place. Yes. Please don't put ginger in it. Yes. Can't wait to come visit again. Exactly. Sorry, I missed that. But yes, I can't wait for y'all to come visit either. Cannot wait for you to come visit. It's going to be a good time. What else do we need? I got the pasta. We got fresh lemon juice. I have on here fresh parsley, but I forgot to get parsley. But I did get fresh basil, so we're going to use fresh basil instead. I think that would taste better anyway. And then, of course, we've got our fancy Parmesan Reggiano cheese here. 24 months aged. Wow, excuse me. 20 month. Wow. Let me reread that one more time. Parmigiano Reggiano 12-month raw. It says raw twice. Raw milk, aged 60 days or more. This cheese is absolutely delicious. It's a little bit pricey, but damn, it is really, really good. I definitely highly recommend it. So yeah, and of course I got that baguette, so I need to remember to use the baguette today, because a few streams ago I had bread set aside for stream, and I got mentioned in the comments. Sorry, wow, I forgot it.
So good.
Baby Octopus, welcome in. How are you? So good to see you in here. I hope you're having a swell day. Hooked on phonics, bro. I'm telling you, sometimes it's weird. I say it a lot, but when you click, when you're in stream, your brain's constantly like in a weird spot. Like you're trying to say what you want, but your words get jumbled up or your brain doesn't work. You know? It's weird. You can't say what you want to say. It's just the strangest thing. So, because you feel like you're on the spot the whole time. So I don't know if y'all get nervous when you feel like you're on the spot, but that's what happens sometimes. But I'm getting more and more comfortable every time I press start stream. I feel like I've gotten better with it, but sometimes the words just don't want to come out. That happens every day with me too. It's weird. But hey, it's cool. All right, my tongs. So I think we're going to start with the stuff that's not going to be cooked. So we'll start with the garlic, the lemon. Maybe you need a beer. I'm drinking some wine. Got the Stella Rosa. I have that problem all the time. It's weird. I'll be having a serious conversation with somebody and then I combine like 3 words together. It's like, what are you even doing? What are you in there? Like, hello? You know what I mean? Oh, well, I ask somebody to do something and then I forget what I'm saying. It's weird. The weirdest thing. All right, so we got pretty lemons here. Of course. Because we need lemons. We need the lemon juice. Maybe a little bit of zest. We only need 3 tablespoons, but I also got a second one for garnish. Sup, welcome in Mike Ross forever. Sup, Sheffrey, you seem like an ice head. Scampi is coming along great so far. I'm trying to get ready to get it together here now. Gonna start cooking. I haven't officially started cooking yet, just been chatting away. I'm washing off my lemons. Alright, so lemons are clean. How is your day going so far? Hopefully you're having a nice day. Of course I need the garlic, always need the garlic. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to take off the garlic paper. Alright. So I need 5 cloves for this. 1, 2. One second. Sorry about that. Unbelievable. I need to see what... I can't remember what he said, but I didn't like what it said. So it was weird. Oops. Was that... Did I just do something wrong? I think I might have done something wrong there. Maybe I got confused. Let me double check on something real quick. Sorry, guys. Hopefully I didn't prematurely just do something. But you can never be too cautious these days. Dang it, I missed auto mod. I didn't get to see it. I didn't get to see it. Alright, so we're just gonna keep going. Sorry about that. Alright, so I'm gonna do 5 cloves of garlic. And then I'm also gonna cut up some for my bread, because I kind of want to do like the garlic smear on it, where you know you take a garlic clove and smear it on the toasty bread. Should be good. I think it'll be good. All right. So smash. Oops, I forgot. I always forget. I'm sorry. Forgive me. There we go. Ooh, why does it always do that? It looks fine when I set it up, and then it gets all funky by the time I start streaming. It's probably because of the lighting and the... Oh, this is what I want. I want white balance. That's a little bit better. No, it's not. I always have it set up nicely, and then by the time I start streaming, the sun's tucked away a little bit. It's not as bright, so I have to re-evaluate the situation here. Oh, wow. Look, I'm orange. Oh my goodness. I did too much contrast, that's what it was. Let's just start all over. How's that sound? Ooh, now we dark. There we go. Let's apply that. Let's turn up the brightness. Let's turn up the contrast just a little bit. Jeez Louise. Man, I can never get this just right. So maybe one of these days, ooh, that looks better. Saturation will adjust a little bit. Give me a little bit of color. That looks better. Can't be worse than it was. Alright, so that's just gonna have to work. Alright, so back to the garlic. We smashed the garlic. Let me grab this. So this garlic is gonna get minced up and put into the sauce. So let me go ahead and peel that out. I also had a weird feeling about that guy, because the way I think he was trying to get me to say certain things in his first comment. So I didn't want to say those words, so that's why I stopped. I read first, mostly first, and then came back. Because, people want to try and get you banned for no reason, or get you in trouble with Twitch for no reason, because they're jerks. So whenever I see like a first time chatter, I always read it in my head first, and then I'll say it out loud if I deem it safe. Alright, that looks terrible. That looks freaking terrible. This is gonna drive me crazy. One of these days, I'm gonna invest in a nice webcam. You're not gonna be like, that's what you look like. Oh, okay. I didn't know. See, if I do this, it gets a little glitchy, but we'll just have to do that for now, because it looks better. Alright, so I got my 5 garlic cloves here. Let's go ahead and mince them up. Waboom. And then lemons. Of course, we're going to get some lemon juice, and I'm also going to cut some wedges, or not some wedges. I'm going to cut maybe a round or two. Maybe I'll do wedges. I don't know, but we're going to juice this one with the juicer, of course. Whoop-ah. I love the smell of fresh lemons. It smells amazing. So we need 3 tablespoons of lemon juice for this. Make sure you get all the juice out of the lemon. And I like this because sometimes it lets a little bit of the pulp through, but it doesn't let the seeds through, which is nice. Oops. Lemon juice getting everywhere. It's not a bad problem to have. At least it smells good, right? And then I'm going to cut a few nice rounds here. Of course, get your seeds out there. Look at that. Just go nice and thin with it. Except for that piece looks like doo-doo because of the seed that was in it. That one looks like doo-doo. Guess I'll just go a little thicker. That's a good one. I always have issues cutting lemons for garnish. I don't know why. I just do. So strange. There we go. Trying to play it out in my head. Before I start cooking, I try and figure out the way I want to plate something. That way I have a general idea of how I want it to look. And that way I can execute it when it's time. So this, I'm just going to set to the side for now. Get rid of the seeds. Put the good pieces on top, and then we'll squeeze out the rest of this juice here. Ooh, wow. That officially went everywhere. Hopefully it's all on the island. It got all over me, all over my notebook. Wow. That was an explosive lemon there. I'm jealous of this dinner. I might make this for the kids this weekend. Heck yeah. Oh, it's all over my laptop too. Wow. Lemon juice everywhere. Trying to be gentle real quick. I want to clean this off before it goes down into the keys, So I'll be just a second doing this. It's only dangerous part of streaming with a laptop in the kitchen is because of stuff like this that happens. You don't want to mess it up. Gotta be gentle. There we go, got a few more spots. Sorry, guys. There we go, that's better now. It's not all over the place anymore. I'll do a better cleaning later. That way I don't accidentally push a button and accidentally end stream here. That would be a shame. All right, it's on the screen too. Jeez, that lemon went everywhere. All right, there we go. It's got seed on the floor. I gotta make sure I get that real quick, because I know the dog's gonna run upstairs once they get back and come straight into the kitchen. Because what dog doesn't? All right, back to your regularly scheduled programming. All right, so lemons are done. We'll set those off to the side. Garlic will mince in just a second. I have a feeling that once I do that, it's gonna make the cutting board all sticky and gross. I wanna make sure I get this basil cut up a bit. Save a few nice leaves for garnish, like this. We'll pull that off. We'll use these leaves, we'll chop them up and throw them into the sauce right near the end. That way they don't get super wilty, but the flavor will be there. Definitely want these little bunches of leaves there, because they look pretty on a plate. Looking good, looking good. What's everybody having for dinner tonight? I'm having pasta. I didn't know if you know. Didn't know if you knew. Alright, this is probably all of the basil I'm going to need here. Alright, let's roll it up. I'm going to do a little chiffonade. So you take it, you roll it up. And then of course with a nice sharp knife, you're going to slice it just like this, and you're going to get nice little strands out of it. Go. Let me grab a little ramekin. Another little ramekin. Didn't think I was going to need it, but hey, I needs it. So let me grab another one. There we go. Basil's ready for the sauce right at the end. I'm actually going to put this over on the other side. That way I remember that it's there. Let me grab another paper towel. There we go.
Emotional damage.
Welcome in, Chaos. How are you today? Thank you so much for coming in. Hope you're having a swell day so far today. Or I guess it's nighttime for you now, isn't it? Because you're 5 hours ahead. You're a heck of a guy, I'll tell you what. There we go. Chaos is part of the awesome Arcade Amigos, one of the co-founders. Thank you so much for being here, and also one of my mods. So, yay. Good times. Alright, so now let's go ahead and do this garlic here. I need another clove, I forgot. I need a clove so I can smear it all over the bread later. I'm going to do 2 because it's a pretty decent sized loaf of bread. Or maybe I'll just make my olive oil concoction there that I normally do. I'll do that, actually. Olive oil, garlic, and some butter, you know. It's delicious. Alright, so we'll set these 2 off to the side. And I will grab yet another ramekin. Or actually, I'll grab a bowl for this. That way I have more area to work with. Alright, so let's go ahead and smash our garlic. Grab a fork. 1 and 2. This is for the bread. let's do our other ones for the Scampi. We're crushing it, you guys. We're crushing it. Alright, 2 more cloves here. I might add a little bit of this into the garlic, or the bread one. Because this is a lot of garlic, you guys. This is a lot. Then after this, we'll cut up our chicken. And then we'll get cooking. Ever since I went to that local place, I think it's 2 weeks ago now, but I have recently refallen in love with wine sauces for pasta. So that was one of the main ideas behind this dish, was that fact. Of course, I asked a few people from work what they would like to see, and somebody said, do shrimp scampi. I was like, I don't like shrimp. So we're doing chicken. Have you seen that video of that kid at the, I don't know if it's like a state fair or something, fried chicken? Everybody loves fried chicken. I need that as a video. That kid is hilarious. Alright. Garlic is minced. I'm going to put this into the dishwasher now. Get all the stuff out of the sink real quick. There we go. Alright. Now we roll in here. Alright, so now let's do the chicken. Set that aside for the bread. Got our garnish over here for later. Let me grab some paper towel, sorry. Here we go. Now we're going to cut up the chicken. So I'm thinking with the chicken, what I'm going to do is cut it, because it's pretty decent sized chicken breast here. So I don't want it to be big, huge honking pieces on top of the pasta later. So I think I'm going to take the chicken breast and cut them in half this way. And then cut them pretty thin. That way I can put the nice pieces and everything for when I'm plating later. And this piece has a bone right here, so you want to make sure that you cut that out. Sometimes there would be a bone a little bit in that part of the chicken breast where it connects to the chicken. So always look for that. Or there's a bunch of cartilage there, so you definitely want to make sure you get that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, cut it like this, and now I'm going to do nice slices just like this. Leave them kind of thick because they will cook down. There we go. They will cook down and shrink. So you want to have a decent sized piece later. You can totally leave the chicken breast whole. You can cut it into bite-sized pieces. It's totally up to you. But I am planning for my presentation that I want specifically. So that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. So then do it again this way, just like that. There we go. We doing it. And I'm just going to throw them into this bowl with some flour, some Italian seasoning. And then they'll be ready to go. And I think we're all prepped up after this. Try and get them to stop sticking together. There we go. There we go. Our chicken breast is cut up. I'm going to take this off the countertop and put it into the sink. That way I don't reuse it and contaminate cooked product. Never, never, never let raw chicken touch anything else you're cooking. Because odds are you're going to give whoever you're cooking for and yourself salmonella if you do that. And always wash your hands. I'm going to sanitize the table after this, or the countertop after this too. So let me grab some flour. Just regular all-purpose flour. This bag is almost done. finally. But I need like 4 tablespoons of it. So I'm just gonna, ooh. That's why I always leave it in the bag, because somehow flour always finds its way out of the bag and everywhere. So always put it into his freezer bag if you can, if it's a smaller bag. And then let's do some oregano. I'll grab a fork real quick, let this... Like I said, I'm making a impromptu kind of Italian seasoning here. So we got oregano, some dry basil, dry parsley, and dry thyme. Just a little bit of dry parsley. And of course, the dry thyme. What is your favorite dry herb to use? I love dry oregano so much. Alright, so, and salt and pepper. Can't forget the salt and pepper. But remember that this pecorino romano is super salty, so don't go too heavy with the salt and pepper. But you also need to make sure you season your chicken in every single layer that you're cooking. Alright, cool. We're seasoned with salt and pepper. I'm gonna move some things back. We'll get ready and start cooking here very, very momentarily. Hope y'all are excited as I am. Alright, so we're gonna toss this around in the flour. You just want a light coating on this chicken. Nothing too crazy. You're not like deep frying, making fried chicken or anything with it. So you want just a little light coating. This is also gonna help thicken the sauce. Kind of think of this as like if you're doing like a beef stew or you're braising something and you want to sear it off. You still want to coat your beef and stuff in flour. It helps the browning and just makes things taste better and look better, you know? Alright, so there we go. Chicken is well coated. I'm going to bring that over here. Gonna sanitize the countertop real fast. Boom, boom. So every time I hit something, it's always this piece of... Oh, my button came out. No. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. Either I'm going to have to cut this off or we're going to get a new coat. Oh, well, I can fix it later. I'll just tuck it in for now. There we go. That way it doesn't get in my way. Alright, so now let me bring you over here so we can start cooking away. Get our sauce and our chicken all cooked up. It's going to be super good. I can't wait to try this later. Alright, come on over. Let me see what you're looking at. That'll do. GoPro for the win. Alright. Got extra cable. Now let's turn this burner on. I'm going to turn it on medium high along with the hood fan. I'm going to put that on low because it's going to get a little smoky in here. There we go. Now let's put some olive oil into the pan. How much do we need here? We need about 2 to 3 tablespoons. So just enough. I'm going to do a little bit more because this is an awfully big pan. Just like that. And the chicken will cook into that and do its thing. I'm also going to use a basting brush to spread it around real quick because I am going to use this basting brush with olive oil on it later. This is just an easier way of making sure everything's been coated, even though it's a non-stick pan. Sometimes things like to be difficult. There we go. Oops, it flopped onto the counter. Fantastic. All right, so we'll let that get hot. We'll get ready and turn our pasta water on here shortly. But yeah, now we wait. We get to hang out a little bit more, drink some more wine. That wine's delicious. I'll say it every time. It's because it is. Ooh, glitchy. It was glitchy there. Alright, so as this heats up, you're going to see it move around a little bit. And not be where I put it, but that's okay. This is how olive oil works. And then once we get this chicken cooked, or actually while we're cooking this chicken, what we want to do is we want to put pieces in kind of spaced out. That way it's going to brown and it's going to cook and sear rather than steam itself. What kind of wine? Welcome in, young Kim. How are you? I'm using Sauvignon Blanc. Semi-dry wine. Here, actually, let me do this camera here. It's pretty good, pretty good. Hope you approve of that, but welcome in. How's your day going? I hope you've had a good day so far. Thank you so much for deciding to come into stream and chat. I do appreciate that. We're warming our pan up here, and we'll start cooking. I can see the bread. Hopefully I don't forget about it. I'm still paranoid that I'm going to forget this bread. Let me go ahead and grab a cutting board and put it out. That way it's there, ready to go for when I need it. There we go. New clean cutting board at your service. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put the bread on the cutting board. That way I super don't forget. And if you're just coming in, I got this beautiful baguette from a local bakery. Super excited to try it. I'm sure it's going to be delicious. So far so good. Thank you. Been stumped on new things to cook. I got you. I got you. I get that sometimes too. Like sometimes I'll just straight up ask people, what do you think I should cook? Because I get a block in my brain and it just doesn't want to, I just can't figure out what I want to cook. So I'll ask people. Stream is perfect. That's awesome. Good to hear that. Thank you so much for that. I hope you enjoy your stay. I do, I do, I do. All right. How hot is our pan? We're getting there. We're getting there. Start cooking off our chicken. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cook the chicken. And then once we're done cooking it in batches, we'll add in some butter. And let me read real quick. Yeah, we're going to put it in some butter, and then we're going to add in the garlic, let that cook for a minute or so. And then once we get from there, we're going to add in the wine and the red pepper flake. Then we're going to let it reduce by half. That way that flavor really develops, you know, and gets strong. You want that good winey flavor without the alcohol. So you got to make sure the alcohol cooks off too. And letting it cook like that for a bit is a good way to do it. And of course, we're going to cook our pasta, drain it, and we're going to save about half a cup of pasta water because this is one of those sauces that you might want to ladle some pasta sauce in. You don't want to use regular water for this part because the pasta water adds a richness and thickness and it's got that flavor and stuff in it, and you'll use that instead of regular water. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could probably use chicken stock, but I'm going to go with like an original recipe here and use the pasta water. Remove sauce from the heat and put it into a bowl if you want to, or you can just take it off the pan or take it off the heat. You're going to toss everything together, grate in your Parmesan cheese, and then put in your lemon juice and season it if desired, and then you're going to plate it and garnish it and enjoy it. Good things happening here. A good way to check if your oil's hot enough is, one, you can feel the heat coming off of it, and two, you can look at it and you can see that it gets wavy in there, and that's when you know the heat's really starting to transfer into the oil. I love that. Most people don't know to save pasta water. Yes, pasta water in some like authentic Italian recipes is a very integral ingredient in it. I think I did that when I made carbonara too, many months ago. I did a carbonara stream and that came out absolutely delicious. But if you're making like a red sauce, like a meat sauce or anything, of course you don't need to save the pasta water for that. Unless you want to, it's totally up to you. But I don't think it's necessary for that kind of meal. Let me grab my bread knife. Of course, a serrated knife here for bread. Listen to that. That's a beautiful sound right there. So I am going to cut this on a bias. And then I'm going to toast it in the oven for just a few minutes once I get to that point. Let me go ahead and grab a sheet pan while our oil's still heating up. There we go. You can see it getting wavy and stuff. It's getting hot. That's what we want. Sorry, loud noises for just a second. Actually, I muted it first. Alright, we're just going to keep on rolling here. Thank you, thank you. 2 miles. Pinoy Rice Boy's back. I was gonna say Howie for some reason. Hokey is back too. Alright, so I'm actually gonna bring this sheet pan over here. We'll get ready and start batch cooking our chicken now, actually, because I do believe that the oil is hot enough. Yeah, I can feel it. So what I'm gonna use first is I'm gonna use these tongs here to gently place this in here. And I'm also gonna turn on the pot for water. Just like this. There we go. See, like I said, you can totally cut these into bite-sized chunks rather than the slices like I have, if you wanted to, or you could leave it into bigger strips. It's totally your preference on this. The point of this is for my presentation. I can already smell the dry herbs and the smells, just the herbaceousness coming off of it. Like I said, don't overcrowd the pan. Do it in batches, because you don't want it to steam. You want the sizzling action. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to add in for now, and then we'll let those cook away. Good things happening. And then I've got a plate to catch these too as well, with paper towel on it. That way they don't sit in the oil. I'm going to bring that over as well. Put that over there. So yeah, good things happening. Sorry, I need to read that better later. That's funny. Alright, so let this keep going. You want some wine? My brother-in-law came back for his walk. My sister is still at work. I'm sure she would partake too if she was home, maybe. But that's the card I use for my lens cover, so it doesn't give me a glare when I have the camera set up on the table. How much you want? Alright. We got some good sizzling action going on now. I'll let you listen. Alright, that's enough of that. I was popping my arm. Alright, so let's flip it over and see what it looks like. See, we got some nice color going on here. That's what we want. You can see all those beautiful herbs in there. We got slight browning action going on here. This olive oil is going everywhere. I need one of those screens that you place over the pan. That way you don't get zapped by all this oil like that, because it hurts. Cooking in family, love it. Absolutely. Usually they're not home, unfortunately, but I usually try and save them a plate or two and get them some leftovers. That way they'll have something good to eat once they get home. And occasionally, I'll stream with my dad, who's in chat somewhere. And then my mom's in chat too. Lurking Mom of 3 is my mom, so a super, super supportive family unit here. Look at this. Oh, look at this baguette. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to do it at a little bias here. Cannot wait to try this bread. And of course, you're just going to place it on the pan. We're going to toast it up a little bit. Get it slightly crunchy, not too much. That way we can absorb the sauce. Because you've always got to have something to absorb the sauce, you know? I actually need to start preheating the oven too. So let's do that. 400 degrees. Look at this chicken. Alright, so you definitely want to make sure your chicken's cooked all the way. 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Super important. super important. Because like I said, you don't want to give anybody salmonella. No good. This bread's been sitting out since I bought it yesterday, so it feels a little stale. So once we toast it off and everything, it'll come back alive, you know? It'll be good. They also had this other loaf that I can't remember how to pronounce it or say it or what the name was, but it was from the same dough as the baguette, but it was covered in sesame seeds, and the way they had it cut was super cool. Like, you could rip off a piece and you could like make a sandwich on it. It was super cool looking. I forgot the name of it. I'll have to look it up. Goodness gracious, there we go. And I've noticed as I've gone down this loaf of bread here, I've gone at a sharper bias than when I started with, but that's okay. Looks really, really good. I'm super excited to try this. There we go. There we go. Still going. Lots of bread. There's no such thing as too much bread. Alright, let me check on this chicken real fast. Alright, this chicken is done. I can just tell by touching it. So now we're going to put it onto this plate so it doesn't get soggy. And the oil will drip off into the paper towel. And remember, don't stack it because it can still get soggy while it's on this plate. We don't want that. So spread it out. Don't stack it. And then we'll add in our next batch once the oil gets hot again. There we go. Oh. And you see these bits that are all coming onto the bottom like that? That's called fond. Definitely want to use that. That is super important to use for flavoring wise, and just it's going to add so much flavor to this. You always want to use that. Unless it's completely burnt, then you obviously you don't. But super excited about this meal. There we go. Baguette is cut up. There's the butts. Here's the bread. Look at the bread. Beautiful. Butts. Alright, so this is getting nice and hot again already. So now let's go ahead and put in our next wave of chicken. I think I'm only going to need to do 2 batches today. Makes it easy. Our pasta water is getting nice and hot. Getting all bubbly. Spread it out a little bit more. There we go. Some of these pieces got shredded up a little bit when I mixed them together. Will he have enough room? Yes, he will. Just enough room. Boom, son. Alright, all the chicken is in. Actually, I need those tongs. Bring me the tongs. And add a little bit of oil back into the pan. Just put it into the dry spots a little bit, and it'll seep around everywhere it needs to go. Now the bread. The oven is still preheating, but I'll go ahead and make this little mix that I put on top of it. So I need olive oil. And y'all are going to be like, why did he put it in the microwave? It's because I'm putting butter in it too. So we're going to put a little bit of butter in it. And a little bit of dry oregano and dry basil. How many tablespoons of butter do I need for the sauce? Before I get too crazy, I need 4 tablespoons. So I need half a stick for that. So I'll use the other half for the bread. Am I right? Is this 6? This is 8. Yeah, I need half. Alright, so there's half. I let it sit out to get it room temperature, of course. There we go. Save the rest of the butter for later. Now I'm going to put in some dry oregano and a little bit of dry basil. Now this is all going to melt together. It's going to cook the garlic a little bit. That way it's not super pungent. Let me wash my hands real quick. There we go. Good things are happening. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. And my glasses are falling down my face too. Good grief. Good grief. I'm finding more lemon juice everywhere. That really got everywhere. That's insane. Insane. Of course, got my wine. Delicious. Alright, our chicken's getting nice and hot. I'm going to turn this down for a minute. At least it's ready now. I'm sure this is melted enough already. Yep. So our buttery concoction here is ready to go for our bread. Let me show it to you. I'm going to mix it up first and then I'm going to show it to you. I forgot to add salt and pepper to it. But you'll just take this and smear it on your bread. It's super flavorful, super good. Oh, it seemed kind of interesting when I put it in the microwave, but it all makes sense in the end. Some salt and pepper. And then right before I put this into the oven, I'm going to shred and grate some of the pecorino romano and put that right on top of it too. Super, super good. There we go. That's ready to roll now too. Try a little piece of this bread in the mixture here. That's good bread, man. You can see the chicken's close to being done when the white comes around the sides, like that. All of the sizzles. And if this is your first time with us, I sincerely do appreciate you coming in and hanging out. If you like what you see, please feel free to hit that follow button. I'd be super appreciative. There we go. Look at that. Look at these colors. I also have a Discord if you're into Discords and stuff. I do have one of those as well. There's that. Alright, while we're waiting for this to cook some more, let's go ahead and do another dad joke. Gotta have dad jokes going, you know. Alright, let's see what it says. Why are basketball players messy eaters? Because they are always dribbling. That's a bad... Some of these jokes are hilarious. Oh my goodness. And some of them are so terrible. Alright. There we go. Loving this. Love all this crispy goodness on the outside here. And then right after this, we'll reduce the heat just a little bit, and then we'll add in our butter, and we will start making our delicious white wine sauce. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. But you see all of these bits on the bottom of the pan? Oh, we gotta get those up. When you deglaze the pan with the white wine, it'll bring all of that up. It'll be super, super flavorful. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint the bread. Thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate that. Thank you so, so, so much. Love all of the support. So I know you can't see, actually, I'll bring you over for just a second. That way you can see what's going on over here with the bread situation. Alright. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to just baste the garlic, olive oil, and butter all over the top. Just like this. Let it absorb into the bread a little bit before I throw it into the oven. Let it get into all of the nooks and the crannies of this beautiful bread here. Make sure everybody gets some lovin'. Don't forget a piece. Man. Now I'm going to put the rest of this garlic out onto the bread. Make sure everybody's got some. And like I said, right before we throw it in the oven, we're going to grate some fresh pecorino romano on top of it. And that chicken is just sizzling away over here. Ooh, I almost dropped you guys. Sorry about that wild ride there for a second. So let me take the chicken out. Gonna put it onto our plate here. Like so. How on earth? Well, that wasn't, okay. I don't know what that was. It wasn't hair, but I thought it was for a second. All right. Let's just keep going here. You can throw this back into the sauce when you're done if you would like, which I probably am going to end up doing, but I also want to save a few pieces for show pieces at the end for garnishing the plate. Alright, so now we're going to add in the butter and maybe a little splash of more olive oil. So I'm going to grab some olive oil. Let's put that in, just a splash. And then, of course, the 4 tablespoons of butter go in. Let's turn the heat down too, because I don't want the butter to burn. Alright, butter's in. Yes, all of the bread, I agree. Alright, I'm going to take this off the burner, move this around. So the butter is very important to pan sauces like this, because it gives it that luscious velvetyness that these kind of sauces need. And also taking this off the burner helps slow down the cooking process as well. And now I'm going to bring this pot back up, and we'll get ready and start cooking our pasta as well. Let's go ahead and throw in our garlic. Gonna let that cook for a few minutes. Grab a spatula here, move it all around. And you can see that the butter is turning brown a little bit. That's because it's getting all of those beautiful bits off the bottom of the pan. So we're going to let this garlic cook just enough, and then we will add in our olive oil, or our wine, sorry, my bad. Getting all of those delicious bits off of this pan. Look at that, it's all just coming up. I'll leave that off the heat for just a second so it can cool down a smidge. I don't want to overcook the butter, that would be a shame. Wipe up some of this grease too real quick, because that chicken was splattering everywhere. Alright, now that this is cooking, all of those beautiful bits are off the bottom of the pan. Let's go ahead and add in our white wine. I need about 3/4 of a cup to a cup. It's all your preference. However winey you want it. I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup. Let's pour that on in there. And now we're going to let it reduce down. Look at all of that deliciousness in that pan. The garlic started to toast just a smidge, which is perfect. Alright, so now we're going to let that cook and reduce by half. So this is going to take a few minutes. Won't take too long though. So let's go ahead and get our basil's ready, our lemon juice is ready. Let's get our crushed red pepper flake ready. Our pasta's ready. I'm going to use the rest of this block here for the sauce near the end. Alright, so I'll wait just a second on the pasta. Let this bubbly goodness keep going here. All of those beautiful, the oven is preheated, so it is ready for the bread. Oh, the wine smells so good. I love cooking with wine because of the way it smells. It smells absolutely amazing. Water's going, our sauce is bubbling. Let's turn the heat up just a little bit. Alright, so we're moving right along here. So let's go ahead and add in our red pepper flake as well. And I have half a teaspoon or so. You can do as much as you want. No, it was more than half a teaspoon. I like spice, so that's not going to be an issue for me, but it's totally your preference. If you don't want any spice, definitely don't use it. It's totally up to you. And that way it cooks a little bit and that spice permeates all of the sauce. Beautiful things happening. And these are delicious. This bread is delicious. I got a little bit of extra olive oil and sauce right here. Or olive oil and butter, sauce, whatever. So good. So good. Alright. Let this keep going. It's reduced a little bit. We're going to let it go a little bit longer. So this pasta is only going to take like 3 to 5 minutes to cook. So we definitely want to be careful with that. We don't want to overcook the pasta. Let me go ahead and put the strainer in the sink, and I've got a place to catch the water. I got this bowl here that I'm going to put my excess water in. I'm hungry. Me too. Me too. So this will be where I put my extra water for later, my pasta water. And I did salt the water. Always make sure you salt your water too. My throat got scratchy there for a second. It's all good. Never feel bad about ordering pizza. Comes in clutch sometimes, and of course you always crave that pizza too. Turn that back up some. That looks so good. So good. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Good things are happening. So our alcohol is cooking out of our wine. Once it's reduced by half, get the brown bits off the bottom. Cook the pasta. We'll do that now. Let's go ahead and start cooking our pasta, because this will probably start happening pretty quick now. I'm gonna pour it all in. Let me get our pasta cooker mover thing, whatever you call this thing. I'm gonna call it a pasta rake. Just move it around so it doesn't stick. And like I said earlier, this is homemade pasta that I made and I let sit out for a few days to dry. So it is still homemade pasta. Which I do plan on doing that again at some point. I don't know how soon. But making homemade pasta is a chore. But it is so good and so worth it. Of course, always watch your pot because of this. It always likes to foam up and go crazy. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and take some of this cheese and grate it up over top of the bread real fast. Because we're going to get ready and cook that. Sorry, I'd bring you over, but I'm just going to do it real quick. Oh, I forgot a couple pieces of bread. What the heck? Here I am talking about making sure everybody gets the lovin'. And I missed 2. No bread left behind. Alright. Just grating it over top really fast. Looks delicious. Now it looks like we have definitely reduced by half. So now we'll really start going here in just a second. We'll get ready and splash in our lemon juice and mix it. And we'll add our pasta to it once we take it off of the heat. I kind of want to try it right now. Let's try it. I just love garlickiness. Everything with a bunch of garlic in it is for me. That is very flavorful. Super good. And it's also butteriness in it. That's really good. Pasta's almost done. Let's see if I can find a little piece to try. I always try the pasta. I don't want the big pieces because those are for presentational purposes only. Oops. There we go. Another minute or so. Now it'll be ready to go. So let's go ahead and turn the heat off on this pan. I'm going to move it up, take it off of the heat. Let me move you for just a second. There we go. And now we'll get ready and start completing this pan sauce. I'll go ahead and throw these into the oven too. Bread is toasting. Go ahead and start clearing off this workspace so I can get ready for trying time. There we go. There we go. Good things happening over here. See that little corner there still getting some, close one. Getting some love from the heat. Let's turn that down. Let me go ahead and grab a ladle too. So I can go ahead and ladle out some of this sauce. Ladle. Or water, my bad. So we're going to take some of the pasta water, and I'm going to go ahead and reserve it. In case I needs it. I'm going to do a little bit more than the recipe calls for, just because it never hurts to have extra. If you need it, that way you'll have it. Pinoy Rice Boy is home, yes. Whoa, you guys is still at work. Working away. So now I'll go ahead and add in a tablespoon or 2 of lemon juice. Let's mix that all in. The sauce is a little darker than your traditional scampi, but it's going to be super delicious anyways. Let's add in some basil. Fresh basil. Let's mix that on in there.
So good and tasty.
Let those flavors marry together. And let's grate in some cheese here. Oh, it's the song. I always freak out when I hear that song. Makes me think I'm getting bad feedback. Thank you, Panoy Rice Boy. I'm gonna skip the song because it's gonna drive me crazy the whole time. There we go. Alright, so how much Parmesan am I gonna put in here? A cup. So we're gonna need quite a bit here. Let's go ahead and check the pasta one more time. I think we should be ready to roll now at this point. It's hot, crazy, right? Really close, really close. Alright. Beautiful things happening here. Let me go ahead and start grating this Parmesan cheese because this is going to take a minute. Man, I'm making a mess. Alright, so let's do this a different way here. I'm going to do it over this plate. Then we'll add this to the pan and let it melt on top of the pasta and the sauce. And always when you're doing this, you open your hand up. That way you don't get your knuckles or anything. Nobody wants a little bit of your hand in their pasta. I mean, they like it homemade and handmade, but they don't want it with any hand fragments in it. Alright. Let's see how much we got out of that. I've got another hunk here if we need it, which I think we probably will. Yep, we're about halfway there. So let's go ahead and open up the new one. Did I miss something? Oh, ghost pepper cashew, yes. Alright, so let me open this cheese. This delicious pecorino romano. Or, yeah, no. Parmigiano Reggiano, there we go. I said it right that time. Alright, so let's grate some more. Well, let's just use that piece. Alright. Beautiful, beautiful. I think we should be good on the cheese in the cheese department now. The pasta should be done. I'm gonna check the bread, because I feel like our bread should be done now too. Let's check that. Oh, that looks absolutely delicious. It's all bubbly and delicious looking. Alright, so let's take our pasta and strain it. There we go. Set this to the side for just a second. I'm gonna bring you back over here for now. Alright, there we go. Oops. Whew! I almost broke the wine glass, you guys. But the camera is safe, and so are you, so that's all that matters. Alright, I stepped right on the cord as soon as I started to move it. It said nope. Alright. There we go. Sorry for that wild ride there for just a second. Okay, so let me actually aim you down, because I'm going to finish the sauce over here. So, I've got this here. I'm going to warm it up just for a second on the burner that was on. That way the heat comes back up, and we're going to add in our Parmesan cheese and pour our pasta straight into this pan. Got my pasta water on standby as well. Hydrate. Thank you, thank you. I think I'm out of this actually. Nope, there was a little bit left. Yas. Alright. So we brought that heat back up. Let me get a pan holder here. Bring the sauce over. We're going to add in our cheese real quick, let that melt up. Mix it in, let it melt, and then right after this I'm going to add in the pasta. You can see it starting to melt already in all of its gloriousness. You can see the sauce changing color. And I got my pasta water on standby too, which I know I'm going to need, so let me go ahead and bring it over. I do just a little splash of hot pasta water. Just a little splash. Just mix that in. And then the noodles are going to help this melt the rest of the way too. And if you need to, totally put it... Another Chefry. Oh my goodness, yes. How are you? How's it going? Chefries unite. How are you? Do you cook as well? Let's go ahead and add in our pasta. There we go. Grab some tongs. Let me take the bread out, because I know that's got to be done by now. I'll show you that in just a second. All right, let's toss this together. Like so. Look at that. It's clinging to the pasta. Gonna help melt the cheese the rest of the way. The pasta is gonna absorb the sauce. And it's lemony, garlicky goodness here. Whack Daniels, welcome in. How are you? Thank you so much for the raid. How are you? How are you? Thank you so much for trusting me with your community. Thank you for the sub as well. Yes, thank you so much, Whack Daniels. For those of you just coming in, my name is Sheffrey, and I do cooking streams, as you can tell. We're making some chicken scampi today. This is some of my homemade leftover pasta that I made a few months ago. I dried it out and left it in, or I left it out for a few days and let it dry. This looks absolutely delicious. All right. I don't think I need any more pasta water, but thank you so much. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Oops. Oh, thank you, Jess.
I might rush you because now she knows it's already good, but
Unlucky.
sorry.
Round lost.
We keep losing.
Not selling
I
that
love
guy's like
the voice.
EA Sports to the game.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
That's actually his voice.
Holy crap, that's an amazing accent, my guy. Or not really an accent. Amazing.
All right. So, oh, it's still going. Sorry, guys. There we go. Oh no, I cringe at this clip. That's actually a really good clip, dude. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope your stream went well. What were you playing? Sea of Thieves. Nice, nice. Here's the bread, all toasted up and looking delicious. Ow, 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 ow. The freaking towel was wet. There we go. There's your bread. Hate it when you grab something with a wet towel because you automatically just want to open your hand up and throw it, but you don't want to waste your food. All right, so here is the pasta. Sea of Thieves. I got a boat. Thank you so much for the follow, Sheffrey. I got a boat to flip in the air and toss me across the map on accident. That is impressive. I don't know how you did that, but I'm sure it was pretty sweet to watch. I'm actually going to save that water. All right, so now we gonna plate. This is my brother-in-law's plate here. It had me dying. I'm sure it did. Here's my presentation plate. Yes, look at that. Thank you so much for the follow, you guys. Thank you so much for coming in here. And again, Whack Daniels, thank you so much for the raid. I do appreciate that and you trusting me with your community. Thank you for the follow. So I'm going to try something here. If it doesn't work out, it's okay. It's not going to be the end of the world. But I've really always wanted to try and plate something like this. Let's see if I can do it today. I want to do like the long cylinder of noodles here on the plate. It looks pretty good. Doesn't look as good as I want it to, but hey, still looks good. We'll cover up those stragglers there with some garnish and stuff. Love carbs. Me too. Me too. Carbs are life. Alright, so now let's take some of this chicken. We're going to get the nice pretty pieces and place them on here. Instead of shrimp carbonara or shrimp scampi, we made chicken scampi instead. Hope y'all approve of this. The chicken looks absolutely dynamite. There we go. You know, I should be using the other tongs because they work better for this kind of stuff. For placement and such, you know. There we go. I'll put the rest of this into the noodles. Toss that around. Oops. Alright, now let me toss these around real quick. Yeah, it's baguette. Toss the chicken on around in there, and let me get a plate going for my roommate here, my brother-in-law. Your parents need this? I think they do too. I think my parents do need this too. Give you some chicken. Now, I haven't tried the finished product yet. I can really smell the wine on this, which I love that. Super excited about this. All right, I'm gonna give you a little plate for now. If you want more, you can come grab more. Or I can get you more anyway. Give you 3 pieces of bread here. Let's get some basil leaves here and put those on here as well.
Thanks, Chef.
No problem. Hopefully you enjoy it.
It's gonna be so good and so tasty.
I hope so. Some fresh basil dabbled on through here for some color pop. You always eat with your eyes first. So make sure it looks pretty. Who was with you? Pinoy Rice Boys with me. There we go. Let's throw on a lemon wedge as well, right there. That way they know that there's lemon in it. Let me edit the plate a little bit, and then we'll get ready for pictures. How was it? Oh, you ate the bread first. So let me edit the plate just a little bit first here. Let me grab a spoon too. I'm going to try and get some of the sauce out of this pan and ladle it over the top of the chicken real quick. Hopefully I can get some. Okay, he went, so that's a good sign. Oops. You get back here. There's a solution to this. Really good? That's good to hear. Did I throw away the pasta water yet? No, I didn't. Good. Whew. I put the water on it on top of the pasta that way. I'll do a little bit of olive oil over the top. But I want some of the sauce to cascade down it as well. Yeah. All right, there we go. We can do a little spritz of olive oil running down the side, or running down the middle. There we go. Let's put some bread on there. What do y'all think? How does that look? Not too shabby, I suppose. You edit it up a little bit for picture time. There we go. Huh? So good, good. Alright, now I think we are ready for picture time. Alright, let me get my ring light and my phone. So all of my pictures are taken with my phone. I figured out a good way to take pictures now with portrait mode if you have a Samsung Galaxy. Of course, the lighting's got to be really good too. So that's why I always use my cheap $10 ring light that I got on the internet, on Amazon. So let's go ahead and turn that on. Maybe it didn't like that I called it cheap because it's not wanting to come on. There we go. All right. All right, let's do this. Make sure my lens is clean. That's super important. Let's go to portrait mode here. You can use food mode if you have it, but I like the portrait mode because it's got a wider frame that's not blurry. If you've used portrait mode, you know what I'm talking about there. Alright, here we go. Actually gonna turn it this way. So let's bring this lemon right here. Leave the bread there. Let me move it up just a little bit. Sorry about the lighting, guys. I know it's probably a little off now. That looks pretty, guys. Alright, I'm going to do a few different angles here, just to make sure I get the right one. Alright, let me look real quick. That looks pretty awesome. I'm not mad at that. Alright, let's try and time you guys. I think I've got enough pictures now. Alright, and here we go. Let me go ahead and grab my paper towel, as my mom would say. That way I can cover my mouth while I'm chewing. Alright. We'll try a piece of the chicken first here. That chicken's really good. And I have to work so many days after this. What's wrong? Alright. Let's get some of this pasta now. I should have grated some fresh cheese on top, but it's totally fine. It's all throughout the sauce too. Lemony, winey, and garlicky. Really good. Oh, absolutely. I definitely want to show you how to make fresh pasta. We can do that on a stream together. This is so good. This turned out... Oh, you're not off again for a while? I'm off again next Thursday. Oh, I've got another 5-day stretch. Now let's try this bread. Y'all ready for the crunch? That bread is really good. I love good bread. Simple. Olive oil, butter, some garlic, salt and pepper, oregano, and fresh grated cheese on top. I'm sorry that this looks so damn bad. It's because the lighting keeps changing. Sorry about that. Alright. What'd you say? Did you say anything? Oh, he said it's the bee's knees. That's good, that's good. You missing the shrimp any? No? Cool. I don't like shrimp, so that's why I didn't put shrimp in it. Look at this chicken. Also, real quick, this is posted in Discord, this recipe. So if you would like to join the Discord, there it is. And I also want to put it out there again that TikTok and like social media food recipes or challenges that you've seen that you think would be interesting to watch me to cook, definitely post them in Discord or DM me. Definitely into it. Well, that was a really good bite. What was that? I think that was one of those Parmesan clumps in the sauce. But yeah, man, that's delicious. But there's the Discord invite. I've been posting all my recipes lately. So if you're into that, feel free to join it. No pressure though. And if this is your first time in here and you like what you see, please definitely give me that follow. Much appreciated. Frozen pizza's good though. I don't hate on anything. Frozen pizza is delicious, depending on which one you get actually. So, debating on if I should go a little bit longer or if we should just go ahead and wrap things up here. What do y'all want to do? It's up to you. This is really, really good. I didn't click apply, and it went back to its ugliness. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, so we'll get ready to toss the raid around. I'm going to be raiding a fellow arcade amigo. One second, let me get back to my screen. There we go, make sure I mute myself. There we go, I'm muted. Good night, Mom. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for hanging out as always. So we are going to raid BK Jano, who is playing Fortnite. Super cool dude. Here is his little shout out there. So, get ready for this, because it's gonna be happening. But, yeah, let me go ahead and get this started. Good night, Dad. Enjoy your night. We're going to raid BK Jano. As always, thank you so much for hanging out and watching tonight. I feel like this meal came out pretty darn successful. I definitely appreciate your time and just hanging out with me. Thank you for the follows, thank you for the raid whack Daniels, thank you for the resub as well. Let's do our raid commands here. There's that one if you are a subby. And then raid 2. Oops, I did it wrong. If you are not a subby, which is totally fine. There we go. Boom. Alright, so as always, I should be back next Friday. Hopefully you can make it. If not, I totally understand, life happens. But I definitely appreciate you spending your time here with me. I'm not too sure what we're going to make just yet, but I will post on socials what I do make, so just be on the lookout for that. And like I said many, many times, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. No matter where you are, I hope you have a good night, day, or sleep, whatever you're getting ready to go do. We shall see you later. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow.